can see where the child is regulated. The child will emotionally have an outburst or have emotional outbursts. The child also shuts down. Any individual walk a second. The child can also be unable to focus. Some of them cannot sit in one place for the end of the class, So these are some of the physical points that you can see when the child is what is regulated. What is the opposite of dysregulation? Regulation. And that's the next slide. So let's go to the next slide. So regulation is where the child is now is learning brain. The child, if you're saying something, the child is here, he can hear you, or can listen and understand what you're saying. Because the child's mind and body, they are all calm and in sync with each other. So what happens when they are in that situation? They're calm and not under stress. Even when they are stressed, they're still calm. Their attention is focused.
So I wanted to give you a little bit of the science behind what Noah was saying about the pause, right? He was talking about the neocortex, the prefrontal cortex, which is right here, the decision-making center, which is where you want your students to be. But very often, they're in the limbic system, and specifically in the amygdala, the limbic system, which is the emotion center, right? So something happens to a child, and it happens to me as an adult, right? Something happens, I have an interaction, and maybe I think somebody's been rude to me, and I'm like, my limbic system is activated, I get angry, and I'm thinking, well, why are they being rude to me? What did they do? And I want to respond, and I want to sort of like fight back, right? Like, with words, but I mean my limbic system, my emotions are at the forefront. It takes 1/3 of a second for the limbic system to react. 1/3 of a second, less than half a second for the limbic system to react, right? So basically, we are controlled by our emotions. That's what that tells us. It takes 4 to 6 seconds for the neocortex, the prefrontal cortex, the decision-making part of our brain to react. So one of the reasons we ask our children to breathe, and adults, and pause before we say anything or do anything is so that we can give the brain the chance the prefrontal cortex, the opportunity to make a decision, right? So that we don't respond to something with our emotions, we just respond with our decisions, okay? That's the science behind it, why it's so important to ask our students to breathe and pause.
Of material that you're getting. And we're hoping that it will literally change the way you teach. With this understanding, she's definitely going to approach children in a very different way. I'm going to say something that may alarm you, but it is very true. You know you can destroy children without even intending to. No, talk to me. Yes. Are you aware you could destroy the children you're supposed to be protecting? Yes. And that's by your language. And it is a very sensitive part. And I want you to be able to make the vital connection between what Noel has done with what we're going to be doing right now. It's very important. By what you say, you could destroy a child without even knowing that you've done so. Now, that also makes me begin to imagine how many people we have destroyed, how many people that teachers have destroyed, without even knowing they have done so, without also intending to. So, with all the good intentions in the world, you could destroy a child by using the wrong language. And when we talk about language here, it's important to stress we're not talking about English language or Igbo language or Hausa or whatever. No, it's not a language. It's not language in that context. It is what a teacher says to the child. And I'm going to read out 3 short stories and I'd like you to respond to them. Are you okay?
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me also quickly say that you must be willing to become the kind of teacher that will be able to use the right language. Some of you are already changing because you know that there are things that are not acceptable after this training. Okay? Something as innocent as ridicule could be damaging. Did you get what I said?
Yes.
You know what is ridicule?
Yes.
Okay, laughing at a student in class. It can be as damaging. Now, let's put it into this context. Someone has trauma. You understand trauma right now?
Yes.
Okay, and so someone has trauma and then you laugh at the person. What is difficult to predict is how that child will respond to the ridicule as a result of his or her trauma. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay, so now listen. Now this one has to do with a math mistake. Mathematics, okay? It was the middle of a busy Tuesday afternoon and the classroom buzzed with chatter as Mrs. Ugu is the teacher, okay? As Mrs. Ugu handed out mathematics problems. Nneka, a quiet primary 5 learner, stared at her paper, lips moving as she tried to walk through the problem. When she called on her, she hesitated, then softly said an incorrect answer. A few students snickered and mocked, but instead of correcting her sharply, Mrs. Ugu smiled warmly and said, "That's not quite right, but I see the thinking behind it. You're on the right track. Let's figure this out together." She wrote part of this method on the board and guided the class to build on it. Nneka's face lit up. She had contributed even in error. The next week, for the first time, she volunteered without being asked. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
There are other scenarios that will have occurred in that classroom. Okay, let's go to the second one. During free period, Emeka, known for his vivid imagination, was sketching a colorful creature with wings and a crown. He beamed as he showed it to her teacher. "Look, I made a queen bird from my dream." The teacher glanced at it, laughed slightly and said, "What is that supposed to be? That doesn't look like a bird." The comment wasn't meant to hurt, but Emeka's smile vanished. He quietly folded the paper, stuffed it in the bag, and didn't pick up her crayons again for weeks. No one noticed until the next art assignment came back blank. Did you get the scenario? Okay, now pay attention to the role of a teacher. Okay, the last one. John was often last to finish reading in class. His voice was low. His finger traced every word, and he avoided eye contact when it was a storm. His former teacher used to sigh and say, "You need to keep up with the rest." But his new teacher took a different approach. After his first attempt, she knelt beside him and said, "John, I love how you keep going even when it is tough. You've got such determination. It's powerful." She began pairing him with a body reader, another student. And over time, he started to read aloud more confidently. By the end of the term, he stood proudly in front of the class and read a full story with no prompting. You get the scenario again?
Yes.
Because he had come many times and he has spent his money, spent his time, spent his resources to ensure that our people benefit from his colossal connection all over the world. So I thank you, sir, for all the things you do for our people and never get tired and never get discouraged. The teachers who are here, in the light of what His Excellency had said, the Governor of Enugu State, let's not take education serious. And place the Enugu North Senatorial Zone has a better chance of gaining from what His Excellency is doing, because out of the 260 smart schools that is building, that is constructing, almost 102 are based in the North Senatorial Zone. We will reciprocate His large-heartedness by being conscientious with what we're doing, diligent with what we're doing, to avoid trauma. I guess you're teaching them about trauma. But I will not get into traumatic relationship as well. But the important thing is that our children will always uphold our tomorrow. And when we say tomorrow is here in Enugu State, it only means that what we are looking for in several other countries and places and hoping that it will come tomorrow, they are already here. And if we are very diligent and steadfast in what we're doing and learning new ways, we can adapt quickly and reorientate ourselves and others who are around us to play a very important part in the world to come. I don't have much words, but I must also thank those who are working with me, the Vice Chairman of the local government and other appointees, including the Chief of Staff, Secretary to the local government, and also the man who is taking care of the diaspora heads. I'm talking about Angelo Settle. He's now a professor, I guess. If he's not a professor, he should be awarded to you because of what you do. And other persons, let me not mention one after the other. But you has been coordinating well. Oh, thank you so much. I said I must be here to say thank you to all of you for coming. And I hope you are there. In fact, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. So now I'm going to be here. When we in the class, to take out this also in our woman. In on the class, we come in, no bring it or each. He got to go for it. He had no what's the question about ask for the cost. Oh, we don't 2 days ago. I said, okay, I know 2 days ago. It was in the secondary school. He was happy to see us, and he was proud to tell everybody that these persons are my voice will not secondary school. So I'm not you. I hope you understand. You take what I'm saying. You understand? So I'm not you because my children behind me much.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Good afternoon. I'm Comrade Felix of OBK Amos, the director of Felamos Mighty International School, Ebola 4. I came all the way from Udenu local government for this great event as powered by my amiable chairman, Dr. Akezaka, who has taken it upon himself to empower the teachers and ensure that Udenu is up and doing in the educational sector. And we want to appreciate him because the training has been so empowering. As a matter of fact, we are in touch with tomorrow, and I can say that again and again. We are really in touch with tomorrow. We appreciate the organizers, the chairman for this, and all the teachers that came alluded. And we are hoping and praying that God give us the grace to implement all we've learned today. I came with my teachers, and we also want to appreciate the chairmanship for carrying the private schools along, because we were given a special place to provide our teachers, the National Association of proprietors of private schools, and we came in our numbers and participated. So we appreciate that as he's dealing with the public school, he's equally carrying the private sector along. We are really grateful, and we hope to continue to work with him hand in hand, and also to promote all his effort towards better governance of the Udenu people. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you.
My name is Blessing Chidima Ochibe. I am a teacher in Ada Community Secondary School, Obole City. I'm so glad to be here for this seminar. I just got the notification last night that I was supposed to join for the seminar here today. I didn't even prepare myself. I didn't know it was going to be this mind-blowing, but I am really thankful to all the organizers, our facilitators, the instructors. It's really awesome. I am so grateful to everybody that made this happen. It's actually a nice time. We had a nice time, trainings and trainings and trainings, and at the end we were also certified. It's really a great opportunity to us, and we really appreciate this very opportunity, and we say that may God bless everybody. May God bless the local government chairman in the person of Ake Izaka. May God bless our governor for making this possible.